Guys, the German people have spoken and they've said loud and clear that they want a conservative government. You know, I've made this prediction many times on this channel and I've stated that the West needs conservative governments. Real conservatives, not like the conservatives in the UK that are in a coalition with the Labour government and have a uniparty going on and adopt the same policies. No, you know, real conservative governments, you know, that want to revive nationalism, not far-right nationalism, no, nationalism. It's fine to be Italian. It's fine to be an Englishman. It's fine to be, you know, French. You know, you don't need to hate yourselves and hate your history. It's absolutely fine. You know, so Germany have gone the conservative route, and to be fair, I knew it was going to be between them and the AfD party because the left have made such a mess, you know, like everyone's looking around and just saying like, what's really going on here? These liberal policies are absolutely destroying European heritage. These liberal policies are leading to open borders. People are coming in that hate the country, that are unvetted. They're going after natives. They're going after Christians. They're going after Jewish people. Anti-Semitism's on the rise. Everyone's looking around like, what's really going on here? And every European country, every Western country seems to be adopting the same policies, whether it's Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany, you know, France, Austria. It's like, what's happening here? So, you know, real conservatives need to take charge and they need to gain control of this mess that the liberal parties have been leaving for so long in the West. And Germany have taken a step in the right direction, in my opinion. You know, but let's just hope that these are going to be real conservatives that are going to do well for the German people, close the borders, etc. You know, and yeah. But anyway, guys, don't want to talk too much about German politics. We're going to be watching a debate between a BBC, you know, presenter, and I believe she's a spokesperson, you know, a senior AfD MP. Her name's called Beatrice von Storch. So she's going to be talking to this woke BBC presenter about a few topics. This came out a few days ago. About the issues in Germany. She seems quite based as well. She seems like she has a level head on her. You know, German people don't want to keep on getting butchered in the streets. They don't want to go to a Christmas market and dozens are dead and some are injured. They don't want to walk around in fear. You know, they should be allowed to live their lives in peace, and this is why they voted. And somehow the media is calling them far right. There's a far right movement happening. There's no far right movement happening anywhere. They just want real conservative governments to step up. Trump in America, they want Farage in the UK, it's clear. They want a conservative government there. Italy definitely want conservative governments. They have one. The Italian leader, she ain't messing around. You know, but there's only so much she could do. You know, she doesn't have much cards to play with when it comes to these other nations that want to impose these globalist policies on Italy. But anyway, guys, enough of that. Let's watch this interview and we'll come with our analysis at the end.
Your candidate for Chancellor, Alice Weidel, has talked about remigration, which sounds like deportation of some immigrants. What do you mean? What does the AfD mean by remigration?
What we mean is that everyone who is in Germany and has not a legal status has to leave. Everyone who's illegally in Germany has to leave. And everyone who has a legal status, this status has to be checked and has most likely to be removed, specifically when it comes to those asylum seekers or refugees from Syria and Afghanistan, because they came here, those from Syria came here because of Assad. Now Assad has fallen, the Syrians in Germany, they have celebrated the fall of Assad. So there is no more need and no more reason for them to stay here. So we expect them to leave our country voluntarily. And if they don't want to leave voluntarily, we have to, you know, move them back whatsoever.
Right, so if there was a conflict, if there was a conflict and there now isn't a conflict, they have to go back. And you mentioned Afghanistan. Would that mean that you would send Afghan women in Germany back to the Taliban?
Look, we're sending lots of money to Afghanistan.
Sorry, can I just clarify? You know what the Taliban are like. You know how they treat women. Are you saying that Afghan women currently in Germany as refugees would be sent back to the Taliban?
I guess so, yes. Because
guys, sorry, not gonna pause it. That's the only time I'm gonna pause it. Look at how he's talking. You know, he's saying, would you send them back to the Taliban knowing how they're like? And this is the problem with liberalism. They don't understand that the Taliban are Islamic fundamentalists. They just do what's in that book. That's what the book says. So clearly he understands that, you know, the Taliban are problematic. And when we try and bring these issues up in the West, in the UK, and say, hey, look at what the book is saying, you know, if you don't, vet people coming in and you don't really take a look and you're scared of talking about the Quran, you will have a Taliban here in the UK, in the West. And then they're like, no, that's Islamophobia. So I'm just thinking to myself, like, this is what the book is saying. This is what we're trying to let you know as politicians, but you don't care because you're under this multiculturalism facade in your head. Thinking, no, everyone can come in and don't worry, we respect everyone's religious beliefs. And I'm like, bro, the Taliban are doing what the book says. You know, they're fundamentalists. They're not nudging. That's what the book says. That's what they're adopting. You know, they're running the country. It's like a theocracy. They're running the country based off of religious text. That's it. You know, so if he understands it's a problem, you know, the Taliban are a problem, then this is the same, and he's a liberal, I'm sure, or wokey, then he should understand that that same ideology the Taliban have is the ideology of a lot of people coming in that are unvetted from these Muslim countries. Do you understand? So yeah, but anyway, let's go.
Because Afghanistan is just it's a strong Islamic country, but it's an Islamic country, and women do not have the same rights like they have it here. So
they don't have education, they don't have healthcare, they can't appear in public, that sort of stuff. You'll send them back to that.
This is how they run their countries. This is why we do not want to turn to an Islamic country and have an even stronger Islamic impact on our societies, on our way of living. This is why we have to make very clear that we will not, first allow the women to come and then to bring their families in, which means their brothers and their husbands and their sons and their cousins. This is what we do not want to have. Then a family reunion in Germany once the women are all here. No, that's not possible. The Islam countries are the way they are, and we do not want to become an Islam country as well, Muslim country, dominated by Muslim societies or groups, even getting stronger by the day. So no. If someone is coming here and he's seeking asylum, this is because there is a war ongoing in his country.
Okay.
There is no war in Afghanistan. It's just a more or less normal Muslim country, and no, we can't take anybody in from those countries.
A normal Muslim country, obviously some people would dispute that. If there's a peace deal, if Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin get a peace deal in Ukraine, they seem not to be wildly keen to include Volodymyr Zelensky in that, but if they get a peace deal in Ukraine, would you send Ukrainian refugees currently in Germany back to Ukraine?
If there's no more war in Ukraine, yes, of course. Why not? There is no reason to keep all the Ukrainians here when the war is over. So this is...
You see, we're basically at the end of the video. You see how he tried it? He tried to do it to Ukraine so that if she says no, he'd just say, it's racism, isn't it? You have something against Muslims, it's Islamophobia. He tried it, it's so bait at this time. Honestly, it's really just so bait, like what he was trying to do there. But it flopped, it flopped badly because she was like, yeah, anyone, they have to leave. And she just stuck to her gun, so yeah.
That's why we hope that the dying of the young men in Ukraine will stop. We hope that the dying of the Ukrainian men is getting stopped, and when the war is over, yes, of course, they have to go back to their country. Why not?
I would just object to one thing that she said, and that's like just send everyone back if war's not there. There is positive things that come from immigrants. Let's just be honest. There's we've seen immigrants in the West that have done some great things. Let's just be super honest. So immigrants can be a benefit to the system and to society, but they just need to integrate and they need to embrace and actually show some love to the country they're in. So she wants to send everyone back. I come with another alternative, which is go back if you don't love the country. If you love the country, you want to do good for the country, then stay there and build. But if you just hate the country, you don't want to be there, then you can just leave. So that's just how I see it. So yeah. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.